Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, guys and girls. So today we are going to discuss about BERT, B-E-R-T. Okay, so maybe multiple of you don't know about what is BERT. So let me show you. See, this is BERT. Okay, so this is the architecture of BERT in 3D. BERT is basically bi-directional. Okay, from bidirectional representation from transformer. Okay, let me just search for you once. But full form, see, bidirectional encoder representation from transformer. Okay, whoever already joined previously, few of you already know about the transformer we discussed in our last class when we are discussing about that NLP specially. Correct. So on top of that, Google specially create this BERT. Okay, so there is a BERT research paper, you can go and check, not an issue, or I can give you a small flavor as well. So there is a nice document as well from J. Alamar. Okay, so you can search in Google as well, like how a transformer basically going to work. Okay, so we already saw, like in our okay, let's go back again. So I'm just giving a previous review kind of thing, like what we discussed last time. So there is encoder and decoder in LLP, correct? What we are actually using for translation, like when Hindi to English, English to Hindi, like that, or English to Bengali, like that. Now that encoder and decoder is there, that is perfectly okay. Now thing is, if we are doing a single layer, then that context means that flavor of that meaning of that sentence, that is not going to hold properly. So for that, what we did, we actually implied multiple layer. Okay, remember we discussed Word2Vec, correct? If you don't know about those terms, you missed that class, go and check those videos. Now just think, if this is your a sentence, walk by the river bank, correct? So this is a word and we are converting in a vector. How we can easily convert? Through that Gensim library, correct? Or through any other library that I'm going to showcase, don't worry. Now once that is converted, correct, then we are actually putting in a layer as a input embedding. Okay, so there is two things, just remember. One, when we are embedding the first word, you can say that is walk, but in our case, walk is not the first word. The first word is CLS. Okay, that is by default, means algorithm is going to understand which CLS that the starting. If there is multiple sentence you are giving as an input, then within two sentence, so there is another word that is SEP, that is separator, another word they will going to put, and like this way, so they will continue. Cool. So what is happening once that input embedding is happened, then they are doing a linear projection with key, queries, and values. Remember key, queries, and values? If not, again, go and check this J. Alamar, this diagram. I'm showing you. See, this is your input, correct? Two word they are using, thinking and machines, X1, X2. So this is the queries, key, and values. Okay. So the respect of embedding, they are creating a small vector over here, that is WQ, WK, and WV. Okay. Once that is created, then they are putting like this way, like your embedding X1, Q1, Q1 into K1, K1 into V1. Then they are calculating a score over there. The same way they are also going to do with the second word. And they are actually trying to find out that context. Means if I'm saying bull is going so high, correct? So this is a representation for the share market, because I just said bull is going to high, correct? But if I'm saying bull is going, that's when the representation is totally different. So how that high word, how differentiate that whole meaning of the sentence. So that context, the meaning of that particular sentence, that is totally depend on this score. Clear? Then they are dividing by 8. Why 8? Because my total, that embedding, that vector, okay, that is total 8. So that's why I'm dividing by 8. Now I'm doing that softmax, because 14, 12, there is unlimited number is there, like that way, correct? But we have to put something in between 0 and 1, so that we can say which one is more valuable word. So that's why when we are doing softmax code that we already learned, then the value will come 0.88 and this one will come 0.12. So everything will be in between 0 and 1. Okay. So this is the whole calculation what they are doing. And from that only, the simplest form is over here, like that linear projection, the key query values, like that way they are creating that vector. Then multi-head attention is there. So multi-head attention means there is another layer or mechanism that is called attention mechanism. So the whole paper is there. If you again and again want to read it, is there available. Go and check that GLMR one. That's the very nice explanation is there. Now over there, it's basically trying to map individual, means, head means our head. So if there is multiple words, so they are actually trying to find out all the context. So that's why they are saying multi-head attention. And all those calculation, what we just shared, like query, key, value, then that final score. That score is basically coming from here only, multi-head attention. Okay, then the linear projection is happening, feed forward layer, feed forward layer, and then the same way, 11 times, 11 times these things are happening. Same layer repetition. Then that actual meaning of the sentence is going to calculate, and that whatever the output is basically came, correct? So that output, because see, what's my input? Walk by the river bank, correct? In a single word we can say water site, correct? So that output actually came. Now this is all about theory, okay? I'm not deep diving in that theoretical part. Okay, you can go and check this whole thing, correct? We also discussed last day about the whole part. Now let me go and start this one. There is another document from Rahul Agarwal. Okay, he also very good way explain. See, the first before one sentence, if there is two sentence, CLS is the first, then separator is there, like I just told, the same way the BERT transform is there, correct? Then the H, W, then the softmax, then the value is actually came. So everything is same. See, token embedding, segment embedding, positional embedding. Positional embedding means is basically like it's actually checking position wise, like which word after which word is there. Okay, I will share all these documents. Read all these documents, not an issue. Let's jump to that actual code. So what's my target actually? Means what I will do, I will ask like this way. Okay, what does the B in BERT stand for? You guys can see, correct? My screen properly. Can you guys just give me a thumbs up?
Yes.
Like, yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So the end result, what we today we are basically targeting, we will ask this AI, what does the B in BERT stand for? Okay. And it will return me this kind of answer, bidirectional encoder representation for transformer. Okay. Or I will ask, what are the some example application of BERT? So he will going to return me question answering and language interface. Isn't that cool? So let me ask another one. So what is your uh, profession? Anything, just like normal questions I'm asking, nothing else. So it's processing. Query has 252 tokens that he calculated. Now the processing is going on. Match level.
How many calculated?
Yeah, that I'm coming. This is like our end goal, you can say. Like once I implement everything, then this kind of thing we can do. Okay, or suppose I'm trying to say what are some example of Hugging Face transformer model. Okay, let's see. 259 token.
Space is not there. Space is not there.
I'll not get you actually, Sushmita. Your voice is not clear. So you just drop like in Zoom chat only. I'm answering. So this is the phrase. Okay, from this phrase only. Okay, we are actually going and giving like question answer. Correct. So that's why if I'm asking this question as well, he is giving me this answer. Correct. Now let's see. Okay, let's go and begin this. So this is all about the practical one. Okay, and you can say a good practical, because with this practical thing there are plenty of application you can actually place. Space is not there, I think. Okay, which space? uh, just mention, Sushmita, which space you are talking about. Okay, so in that meantime, okay, let me start how BERT is applied in question answering. Okay, so BERT input format we already discussed, correct? Like first CLS, then how many, blah blah blah, that, correct? Then a question mark, then a separator, then the other sentences. Like this is my question, and the reference text is like something like this. Okay, and from this text only, means you remember in your school life, okay, in English exam, so they are actually going to give you a whole phrase, correct? And from that phrase only you have to read, you have to understand, and they are going to ask you some question that you have to answer. The same way over here. Cool. So now just think, if you are building a particular application where you have a good amount of document, correct? Now you are asking some question, correct? And this AI platform on behalf of you actually giving the answer if you are there or not there. But he is giving individual answer on behalf of you. Just think in your mind what kind of application we can create and how powerful this is. Okay, so started and token classifier transformer layer 12, as we already saw, from 1 to 11, then another layer we already discussed about that one. So nothing special is there. This is all about, that sigmoid function, softmax layers is there. So that one only they are going to define. So today we are going to introduce fast this transform. Okay. that library is already there. You have to just call, nothing else. The transformer. So transformer, pip install transformer. Transformer library will be going to install. Then we are going to install torch. So there are two kind of library in the market is very well known. Correct. One is torch that is released by Facebook. Correct. And another one, anyone, Deep, Rahul, anyone can say the famous one, another. Okay, so another one is basically TensorFlow, correct? So we can use either TensorFlow or Torch, but this transformer, I personally suggest go with Torch, correct? Because that Facebook Torch is so powerful. TensorFlow is also good, but TensorFlow is not good. I will not recommend, not good, I can't say this is very good, but I will not recommend for production purpose. Production purpose, use Torch, and for your R&D purpose, use TensorFlow. Okay, so I'm using right now Torch. Then what will happen? See, load fine-tuned but large. Correct? So what is this? Fine-tuned but large. So this is something a huge library. Means if you can check, but large is really big. It has 24 layers. We talked about 12 layers, 24 layer. Embedding size is 1024. Embedding size means the vector size. Okay. For total 300, sorry, 340 million parameters are there. As many as parameters, that is so good. You all know, correct? We discussed in the NLP. Altogether, it's like 1.34 GB database. So why this thing we are using via transformer? Because if I'm asking you to gather this kind of thing, correct, and train your model, that is so painful. Because first of all, you have to gather this 1.34 GB data. Then on top of that, you have to create your own model like a transformer model. Then you have to train your model. Then only you can actually do all those query and other things. Now, someone already did that. Why you can't reuse? Because it will save our, natural energy. Because remember we discussed, sorry. So all those big models, they run parallelly in a supercomputers, correct? And so much energy we already lose from our world. And again, if you are doing at the time of your testing, maybe testing only, not production one. So it is, totally wastage of natural energy, environmental energy. So that's why this part actually came. So they are asking you in a transformer, this model is already there, but for question answering. So like this way, multiple models are there. You can easily search. So from that, we are going to take this one, but large uncased whole word masking fine-tuned squad. This model we are going to take. Okay. How we are taking from transformer? We already installed transformer library. From that, we are importing this one, but for question answer. Then but for question answering also, there are multiple pretend model, different way, because this is 1.34. This is a huge one, but still, this is not the ultimate one because there are multiple, 20 GB, 25 GB data set is also present. But we are not going to use for this kind of demo. So we just use this one. So that's why we are asking from pre-trained, because that is pre-trained. Then load the tokenizer as well. So we are, because individual word, we have to create in a token. Without tokenizer, that walk to vec is not going to work. Why? Because your question, maybe that pre-trained model that is already tokenized, but your question when you're going to ask in English, so that is not tokenized, correct? So that you need to tokenized in the format. Means, see over here, they already mentioned somewhere over here. Where is that? 1024. Yeah. Embedding size is 1024. Correct? They mentioned. Now, how you know, like 1024, how you need to create that you don't know, correct? Because you not yet implemented that transformer. So for that, the BART tokenizer, when we are mentioning, so they will going to transform your token in that embedding format 1024. Otherwise, what will happen? They are using 1024. Maybe you created 512. So obviously the mismatch will going to happen. For that, we have to use this BART tokenizer. Same way for that BART tokenizer also, we are using same, correct? That BART large uncased whole word masking fine tune squad, that pre-trained that we actually took that. So that with their token, your English to VEC, like what to VEC, that token, they can match easily. So once this two is done, then we are ready. See, we saw so many complex things, correct? But these things in the market is already available. You no need to worry about anything. Just download and use. Simple. Okay. Then the question, how many parameters does BERT large have? The answer text is this one. Correct. So this is my question. This is my answer text. Okay. Then we will need to run the BERT tokenizer again, both the question and answer text. To feed this into BERT, we actually concatenate them together and place the special separated token in between, like we already discussed. Correct? So my input ID is tokenizer.encode. As I told, your English language, we have to encode first. So we are concatenating question and answer. This is not something, this phrase or this question is going to only work. This is something, whatever you want, that English total phrase you can insert over there. Okay, it's totally up to you. So once I did that, then the input word has total token, that the length we are actually counting. Then just to see that exactly what the tokenizer is doing, means now we are converting, correct? So in zip we already know this is some kind of hash kind of functionality, correct? So convert ID to token. So see, my first question is started with CLS, that is 101 by default, separated, that is 102 by default. Now my question, how many parameter does BERT hyphen large have question mark? So everything is same. Now just think how they are creating this dictionary. Just check this hyphen, the encoded value of the token is 1011. See over here, we also have a thing that is also same, correct? This dot, see, same, hyphen, same, correct? So like this way they are creating their own dictionary of those tokens. Okay, and see, this is the way they actually converted everything. And at very last, again another separated 102, the same number, and that line is finished. So this is the dictionary they are added on top of what pre-trained model is there. Okay, once that is done, so leave these parts. Okay, nothing, this is just like a R&D that we did, whatever the thing I just said verbally. Okay, how they are matching. Okay, the score they are checking, what's the ID of that token. So this thing, this start, end, score, and blah blah blah. So like this way you can check. See, 340 has the same. Where is that? Oh, that is this one. This answer is basically coming from that whole pretend model. So don't worry about that. So this is like a visualizing of that score. That is also perfect. See, has M, the 42. This is only in positive part. Other all are in negative part. Okay, so that differentiating things they are actually doing. But this all things are not required. Now, this is the thing where we need to work. We are creating a function that is define answer questions. Okay, and where you will going to pass your question and answer text. Okay, so the aim, take a question string and answer text string which contains the answer, and identify the words within the answer text that are the answer, prints them out. Correct. So if you want to create your own model, then you have to first, again, you have to use this tokenizer, you have to encode. After encoding that query, how many total parameter is there, okay, that you are going to print that token. Then that separated index you are going to check. Separated index means that sep 102 value, which is actually, dividing two sentences, that you are checking. Then you are counting how many segments is there, or like sentences are there, you are calculating. Okay, so this is like a one, this is like a two, that you are checking. Then construct the list zero and ones that you are doing. Then finally you are creating that model which torch tensor. Correct. TensorFlow, in TensorFlow also we discussed there are multiple tensor is there, and tensor is nothing like when we are saying 1D, 2D, 3D. So beyond that 3D, we are actually defining it's like a tensor. Then the score and everything we are checking, but not to worry about this whole part, correct? Because that we are going to define via that transformer itself. But if you want to define your own function, you can do like did like this way only, or just use text wrap text to 80 characters. Correct. So suppose just think this is the whole text. Okay, so I wrap it totally. Then from that wrap only, I'm just asking. Correct. So this is the text, correct, but abstract. So let's take an example. uh from where I can uh, let's see, machine learning must be. Okay, so this is a very famous guy. Okay, I also learned from this guy. So let's go and check this one. Obviously some document will be there. Correct. Oh, let's not check over here. Let's check NFT. Okay, so I open this. Correct. Now what I'm doing, I'm copying this string, notepad. Okay, now I'm going over here. I'm just changing the whole thing with that particular text. Sorry, I have to do manually this thing and do anything else. I guess we are done. Let me check once. Yeah, we are done. Okay, let's run this one. So I changed the whole context. Okay, previously whatever the thing is there that I changed with this one. Now here I'm asking instead of B, N, and NFT. Okay, what's the stands for? N in the NFT stand for? Let's see. It's a whole new text. Okay, non-fungible token. See again, bingo. Then the next question, I can ask NFT or the digital item. It can be okay. So I can ask like this way, what is NFT? It's giving me this answer, only same answer. Okay, let me play once. Some have sold. Mm. Instead of this, let me ask what is blockchain. A digital public record of transactions. See, are you guys are watching, still watching with me?
Yes.
So you can now you have some plan in your mind, like what we can achieve with this one. What we did, leave all those complex part, okay? Not to worry, okay? Leave everything. What you need to just do, simply install transformer. Where is that? Here. First installs transformer, then import torch. Obviously, before import torch, you have to install torch as well. In my machine, that is already installed. Then import transformer, and from the transformer, but for question answering, then the BART tokenizer, then leave this whole part, not to worry, then directly go and jump over here, text wrap, this one, correct? So maybe in your project, correct? So maybe in your project, okay, this is 80 character I mentioned. That's cool, no issue. So here, see, this is the dynamic value width that I'm passing 80. I can pass 800, anything, any number. Okay, now just think, you have a whole lot of text that you can pass dynamically over here. Once that is done, then you have to plus, you need to ask, give an option to user who can ask some question, correct? Because this data is already there. So that person is going to share those question and just use this answer question, because this answer question actually came this one. I said this function that is going to use, correct? So from here, that function we are just querying question and that BERT abstract that we are passing, correct? And from there only that value is coming. Simple, means anyone just ask me any question from this, like which question should I write? Okay, let's see. Cryptocurrencies. What is cryptocurrencies, if I am asking? Let's see. Is returning fungible. Why? Somewhere is there, somewhere. Hmm. See, something that is fungible can be exchanged with an equivalent item. For example, a $5 bill with another $5 bill. Cryptocurrencies, which is used a digital public record for transaction called a blockchain, are fungible. Are fungible. So, how he given me this answer? Only fungible. He take the context of the whole sentence and give me that answer in a very short. Correct? So let's make some complex one. Like give us an example of NFT. See how he know this. He actually know, for example, a $5 bill with another $5 bill. Now you can ask me, after, for example, there is a is there, correct? But this program is not mentioned that A, correct? It should be. That A is not there because remember in our NLP class, we discussed some stop word is there that we have to remove, correct? So that one they removed already, that A and these things. So that's why whatever the thing is left, particular that one he is returning. Cool. Now, if I'm going back over here, See, individual tokens are coming, queries you are giving, that key you have, that you are doing a scalar product, then you are doing that softmax to check, and whatever the value is actually coming, that is saying multi-8 attention, correct? And that positional, see, for instance, the BERT encoder use word piece embedding of tokens, but always begin by adding them to positional embedding, correct? Why positional embedding? So that it should not change the position, actual position, any point of time when they are converting. So that's the thing when we are asking, see, the actual context only they actually took, correct? The same position wise and returned over here. Okay, so I'm stop sharing my screen.